Okay, now let us discuss Jonathan Swift. Are you ready? I told you Daniel Defoe was born in a very important year, 1660. Jonathan Swift also was born in a very important year. Which year? 1667. Correct. Why is it important? That is the year in which Paradise Lost was published. Annus Mirabilis was published. Jonathan Swift was born, isn't it? Jonathan Swift was born in 1667. He died in 1745. Daniel Defoe was born in 1660. He died in 1731. Okay, Jonathan Swift belonged to which place? Ireland. He was an Irish poet and satirist. Jonathan Swift was an Irish poet and satirist. He had many physical ailments. He had a long, disappointing life ending in poor Swift's insanity. His life ended in insanity. Tell me, what is the name of Swift's patron? William Temple. Sir William Temple is Swift's patron. And when William Temple supported the ancients and wrote about Phalaris's epistles, William Temple got into trouble because the epistles of Phalaris turned out to be spurious. Richard Bentley and William Wotton attacked William Temple. Then our Swift wrote something to support William Temple. What did he write? The Battle of the Books. Correct. Before all this, Swift wrote some poems. And he showed one of his relatives. One great poet was there. And that relative said, "Cousin Swift, thou shalt never be a poet." Don't worry, Swift went on to become a prose writer. So, in which year did who told Swift that he will never be a poet? Dryden. Now, I told you about Battle of the Books. In which year was it published? 1704, the same year as Daniel Defoe's Review started publication. Review was 1704 to 1713. The Battle of the Books, 1704. Battle of the Books was written as a prolegomena, or the prologue to which other work? A Tale of a Tub. Correct. Battle of the Books was written as a prologue to A Tale of a Tub. Are you paying attention? Okay. So which other work by Pope was written as a preface to another book? Which work by Alexander Pope was written as a preface to another book? Epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot. It is the preface to Imitations of Horace or Satires. Epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot is also called Prologue to Satires. Isn't it? Okay. So, Battle of the Books was written to support William Temple. The Battle of the Books is set in which library? The Royal Library of King James. It is set in the Royal Library of King James. Who says that the ancients and moderns are like spiders and ancients are like bee and moderns are like spider? Who says? In Battle of the Books, who says? Aesop. Now, Virgil attacks whom? In Battle of the Books, Virgil attacks whom? His translator, Dryden. Correct. Virgil attacks his translator, Dryden. And Dryden is wearing a helmet 9 times too big for his head. In which year was Tale of a Tub published? Correct, 1704. It can't be another year because they were published together. The Tale of a Tub is a religious allegory. The Tale of a Tub is a religious allegory. In A Tale of a Tub, there are 3 sons who are each given what by their father? All 3 sons are given a coat by their father. Coat. And the father has said, don't misuse this coat, don't add anything to it, use it well. But the 3 sons are misusing the coat. They are adding unnecessary things to it. The coat is representing what? Christianity. The coat is representing Christianity. The father represents God. Isn't it? Who are the three sons? What are the names of the three sons? Peter, Jack and Martin. Peter, Jack and Martin. Peter represents which church? Saint Peter. So Catholic Church. Jack represents Protestant dissenters. Martin represents Martin Luther. So Lutheran and Anglican churches. Isn't it? Okay. Now, Swift wrote against an astrologer called Partridge. Under what pseudonym? Swift wrote against one astrologer called Partridge attacked Swift and predicted Swift's death. Swift replied with predictions for the ensuing year. He wrote predictions for the ensuing year under what pseudonym? Isaac Bickerstaff. Correct, Isaac Bickerstaff. The name Isaac Bickerstaff was borrowed by whom? The name Isaac Bickerstaff was borrowed by Steele in the Tatler. The Tatler's first edition was pseudonymously edited by Isaac Bickerstaff. Did you understand? Which periodical did Swift edit for a year? The Examiner. There was also a romantic period Examiner started by Leigh Hunt. Okay. You know that Swift was in love with Esther Johnson, who was much younger than him. He wrote a journal to Esther Johnson. It is called what? Journal to Stella. Then he wrote some poems for Stella. They are called birthday poems for Stella. Birthday poems for Stella. When William Temple died, he left which place and went to which place? He left England and went to live in Ireland. There Swift came to be known as an Irish patriot. He wrote a number of books supporting Ireland. In 1724, what did he write? Drapier's Letters. Drapier's Letters was written to prevent what? The introduction of a copper coinage called Wood's halfpence. This book successfully prevented Wood's halfpence from being introduced in Ireland. In 1726 came Swift's greatest satire, which is Gulliver's Travels. How many books are there in Gulliver's Travels? 4 books. First is Lilliput. Second is Brobdingnag. Third is Laputa, Flying Island of Laputa. Fourth is the Land of Houyhnhnms. And the protagonist's name is Lemuel Gulliver. What is his job? He is a ship's doctor. He is a ship's doctor. There is a coarse satire in which he suggests that Irish people should fatten their children and sell them as food to the English. What is the name of that book? In which coarse satire does Swift say that the Irish people should fatten their children and sell them as food to the English? A Modest Proposal, 1729. It is a Juvenalian satire. Modest Proposal is a Juvenalian satire. Swift's satire is very great. He attacked not individuals but general attitudes. Swift was of a general nature. And Swift was a misanthrope in many ways. He said to Pope, what did he say? I heartily hate and detest that animal called man. To whom did he say this? To Pope he said this. Okay? So that is about Jonathan Swift. Thank you.